Reports of encounters with Sasquatch or Bigfoot have appeared in print since the 1860s, with documentation available from the early 1920s. However, a significant moment in Sasquatch history occurred in September 1941, when a Sasquatch paid an unexpected visit to an indigenous family named the Chapmans. Unlike previous accounts that were often dismissed as legends or unreliable due to the indigenous origin of the stories, this encounter had substantial physical evidence. The Chapman family, comprising George, Jeannie, and their 4 children, was living in Ruby Creek, a small community in British Columbia where George worked on the railroad. The incident took place on a clear, sunny day around 3 in the afternoon. It began when the eldest son, then 9 years old, spotted a large creature descending from the woods near a mountain. Alarmed, he informed his family. Jeannie Chapman, along with her children, observed what initially seemed to be a massive bear moving among the bushes near the railway tracks. However, they soon realized that it was a towering human-like figure covered in hair, about 4 inches long and of a yellow-brown color. To illustrate the color, Mrs. Chapman pointed to a brown ochre sheet of varnished plywood. The creature advanced towards their house, prompting Mrs. Chapman to act swiftly. She used a blanket to shield her children's view and fled with them to a safer location. Her logic for using the blanket was to divert the creature's attention away from the house and towards her. The Sasquatch indeed entered the house and even rummaged through an old outhouse. Mrs. Chapman described the creature as approximately 7.5 feet tall, with a small head, short neck, a thick chest, and exceptionally long arms. It had broad shoulders, no visible breasts, indicating it was male, and its facial and hand features were darker than its hair, almost black. When George Chapman returned home later that evening, he discovered the woodshed door damaged and large, human-like footprints all around. Concerned, he traced the tracks of his wife and children, which led him to the riverbank. However, there were no giant footprints following them. He then encountered the Sasquatch's footprints on the riverbank upstream. Over the following week, the footprints reappeared nightly, and the family's dogs became agitated at exactly 2 a.m. Though the Sasquatch did not harm them or their property, the ordeal was too distressing, and the family decided to leave Ruby Creek permanently. In the end, the Chapman family's encounter with the Sasquatch left them deeply unsettled, and they never returned to their former home.